Yo, what up, survivors? It's Nolo again, and today we're gonna cover some basics. What do you do when you first start playing Ark? When you first arrive at the island? Some tips and tricks that I picked up along the way. Maybe some you heard of, maybe some you didn't. But let's just get into it. Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to my crib. We out here in Ark the Island. Why don't you guys come inside and check out my pad? I got all the amenities here. You got yourself a nice bed there. My night light so I can read. My little kitchen area right here. All the storage you could need. Don't be this guy. Right? You got yourself right by the water where all the new people play at. You got yourself a gigantic white thatch house covered in lighting. People can see you a mile away. Do not be this guy. Alright, so let's just start from the beginning. Let's start up a new game. Let's dive into it. If you're going to play PvP, my suggestion is you make yourself dark as possible. Let's try to make it dark as possible. Right? You want to be also as small as possible. That might be a good option. Right? As far as I understand, I don't know how true this is, but females have a smaller hitbox than males. So if you make yourself just a small female, dark, so that way it's harder to be seen at night, I think that might be the way to go. I like to spawn somewhere down here on the south coast. Now my suggestion, actually, you know what, just for this video I'll do it. I'll start right here and I'll show you why in a second. Boom. We're awake on the island. Where the hell are we? Never been here before. We don't know what to do. What do? First thing we do, just start collecting stuff. Look at that. Shoot. Just follow the instructions there. We're gonna go through those. Collect wood. Keep a bunch of trees. Eventually you run into a piece of wood. Boom. Got a wood. I'm gonna craft a stone pickaxe. Got that done. Boom. Equipped it. Look at us. Look at us. We're leveling up already, huh? What should we do? You should probably go for speed, honestly. Let's go for speed. You might want to go for speed in the beginning, especially because you want to escape danger. So that would be my suggestion. Uh-oh. Sorry about that, guys. Just follow those. He wants to gather berries. Just follow the... Eat a few of these. Drink some water. Drinking water is as simply as just walking into it. Boom, got another one. Let's go with stamina this time. Alright, learn a campfire. That sounds about right. We actually need that. let's collect ourselves some wood. Let's, my bad, sorry guys. Let's see, let's get that. Let's craft it. It's right there. Let's see what we need. Some flint. Get the flint right off the rocks with an axe. Got one right there. Craft that. I got it. Axes are good for collecting wood. Alright, let's see what do we need here. Some flint. Get that from the rock with a axe. Alright, put it down. Again, level up. We're gonna go with speed again. Now you may think you want to level up health, but check the map. Let's see where we're going. Right there, there's something there. A dodo. Let's go get it. Where'd it go? There it goes. Oh, there's a few of them here. Sorry, dodo. Let's go back to the campfire now. Sorry about that, guys. It's my Instagram page. I actually have a podcast that I do about once a week. Has nothing to do with Ark. If you guys want to check it out, that's fine. Alright, so I chose this side of the map for a specific reason. Right now I'm playing a solo game, but in the PvP I might actually choose the same area. I'll show you why in a second. In the PvP I would never put a fire out here, just so you know. The reason why I chose this area, I usually like to start around here anyway, in my, oh, gotta get away from that guy. Not ready for that yet. Uh-oh, we're trapped. It's alright. Alright, see this tree right here in front of me? This area right here is actually a good area to build a starter base. Right here. it's lower than the rest of the land around it, so you kind of go unnoticed. It's close to the water, and also up in this direction. Let me go up here so we can see better. Up in that direction, there's a small little mountain that has iron, and also if you go a little bit further down that way, there is another mountain that has some iron. Sorry. Up this way. It's a little bit further down, but the mountain over this way is plenty iron. You know, it gives you plenty iron for you. Let's give it a run real quick, so we can check it out. Tons of stones, so you can start your little base. Tons of wood. You know, this is a really good spot, I think. You go to the top of this bad boy right here. Boom. See that? Iron. There's iron all over it. Iron, iron. When you first start, you don't need that much iron. Definitely good though to see the iron there. Now on the PvP map, there might be a base up here. You know. I don't suggest putting a base on top of a mountain, especially when you're a small beginner. Somebody's gonna get pissed off that you're blocking resources, and they just might raid you out of spite, right? So I don't suggest you you do that. So Iguanodon, that dinosaur right there, the Iguanodon, really good starter dino. Uh-oh. And I died. Alright. We're gonna do it again. You're gonna die. Plenty of times. Alright guys, now that we played for a bit, collected resources, you want to establish yourself a nice little base. Like I said before, this is a really good spot. You know, it's pretty well hidden. You can stay here for a while until you really start to get big. Then you start to get noticed. People that are going to notice you mostly around here are going to be the new guys. So if you're made out of stone, you're pretty good for a while. You might want to leave after a while. But, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just still going on. You got yourself a nice little base right here. You got your storage units. You know, this is good starting, right? Alright, let's get out there.
I'm actually looking for
one tip I do want to give you guys is they got a feature where you can watch ads and they'll give you a little something. I suggest you do that because they don't just give you materials and resources, they give you blueprints, which helps out a lot, you know, especially if you haven't unlocked that yet. I noticed that they just don't give you any blueprints. They actually give you something relative to whatever level you are. So it's not like, you know, you're going to start off and then get, you know, full flak armor blueprints. They usually just give you whatever, around what level you are, or level that you've already passed. So yeah. Alright guys, we got a cave here. When you're new here, these caves are pretty good, right? I'll show you why in a minute. First thing you want to do is you want to place yourself a sleeping bag and a fire pit right here. Okay. Let's go ahead and just throw you wood in there. Alright, we got some meat. That's actually why you want it, just to cook your meat. Gotta level up here. We're gonna go with stamina this time. Alright, now, usually when I first start, I come in here with literally just a bow and arrow. I usually go for the, I don't see it here. I usually go for the double XP. You know, you watch an ad, they give you double XP. Oh, it's really good for this area. Oh, look, Davey, I forgot about the crystals here. Come on, at least two. Damn it, they didn't give me any. There's another one you can reach over here. Damn it. It's all good. Alright. So notice I only have 13 arrows. It's a really bad idea to come in here with you know, less than like 25 arrows or whatever. Oh, 2 crystals. That's really all I needed. I wanted to make a spyglass later. Alright, so when you come into this cave, right? Let me just show you where the cave's at on the map. Oh, sorry. So when you come in this cave, you're going to come to this point right here where it kind of makes like a 90-degree angle to the right. That's where the real cave begins. The rest of it is just, you know, nothing much goes on down there. The cave splits off in 2 right here, to the left and to the right. I should have probably brought some food in here with me. Big mistake. Alright. What I usually do is go to the right. And take my time and go slowly. Right, don't rush it. There's no reason to rush these caves. So because you're a lower level, your goal is really not to beat the cave. You know? Oh, right there, that's what I wanted. So what I usually do is I come back. Let's avoid that. Is there another one over there? Why does it keep doing this? Alright, so these caves are great because you get a lot of this, I don't even know how to pronounce this, chitin, whatever. I call it chin. I don't know if I'm even saying it right. And also, it gives you a bunch of other stuff. It gives you a bunch of trank arrows you're going to get from the cave. You're going to get a bunch of regular arrows from the cave. Notice how I came in with, I think it was 13, and now I got 15 after killing that. I think I saw 2 spiders, am I right? Let's see. Where's the other one at? I know there was another. Snakes are dangerous when you're a low level like this. Come on, buddy. You're also gonna get... Why does it keep doing that? Let's just get into the inventory. Whatever. Just take all. I usually don't take all, I usually kill them first. See, look how much hide I'm getting. I'm getting raw meat, I'm getting hide like crazy. The snake. So when you go through these caves, you get the double XP, you get a bunch of hide, you get a bunch of the chitin, whatever you want to call it. Right? Also prime meat. I don't want this crap. Prime meat. Look at that. I get it. You know, you're a new guy, so this primitive clothing actually comes into, you know, comes in handy. And look, I only killed what, 4 dinos. No, I got more arrows than what I came in here with. Where's I just want to show you one last. Oh, I hear it. I don't see it. Bam, there we go. This is my technique for the cave. Oh snap! I gotta. Whoa. So this is my technique for the cave. Literally, just kill, back up, shoot, back up, take all. See, look, I'm kind of hungry, but I didn't bring any food in with me. But look, all the berries I'm getting just from these insects in here, the snakes. I'm good, you know what I'm saying? You bring yourself some water. Again, when you first start, your goal is not to beat this cave. Your goal is just to do this. Just collect. Kill and collect, kill and collect. I just wanted to show you guys real quick the cave. Definitely hit up the cave. Again, look how much stuff I got just spending a few minutes in this cave. Right? What level am I right now? I'm a level 22, so I'm a really low level. Right? You can even come in here earlier than that, because if you do the technique I just did, where you're shooting your arrow and you're backing up the entire time, you're staying right at the edge of the cave. You're not going deep. This is not deep. Nothing goes on. There's no dino that spawns, you know, up in this area where I'm at right now. You know, with this, how do you pronounce this? Chitin, whatever. You make cement paste. Right? Cement paste comes into play with some other. Look at this. Take all the wood back in there. All stacks. Boom, now I got food. No problem, right? Now if you're PvP, you might want to be a little bit more careful than putting a fire out here, right? Also, your sleeping bag, you're not going to want to put it directly in front of the door. You're going to want to stash it away. There's a spot over here I usually throw that. Right over here. I usually throw it right there. So it's just out the way. You know? You definitely don't want to use fires at night when you PvP. It's just not a good idea at all. Damn bugs. Always get me. bugs. These also bugs give the chip, whatever it's called. Alright. Also, you know, if you're in this cave and you use that double XP, man, you're gonna rack up on points. Look at me, 44. I came here with 13. I got 44 arrows now for free. Should pull this on them. Alright. Alright, guys. Real quick, right that I'm here, I run into one of these fat boys right here. These bad boys right here give you a crap load of hide and meat. So if you see one of these guys, kill them. Alright guys, I did want to give you another tip. When you're new especially, do not light a fire at night. You're gonna see it from a mile away. Oh! Tip number 3. Kill raptors. Ah! I'm gonna tell you why in a minute. Oh crap. You're gonna have to that old fashioned way, buddy. Right? Is this one dead or is it knocked out? Dead. I'm gonna tell you why. Look at the stuff it has inside. Right? Raptors are a good source of free stuff. Right? Oh, my bad. Raptors always drop a nice little item bag. Look at all the stuff I got. Take all. Of course, take all. What else I got going on here? What is this guy doing to me? These do not attack these guys. Right? They look a little friendly. They're not. While you're running away from this guy, while he's attacking you, one of his buddies are going to find out, and they're going to chase you down. Let's go back to base. What's this? I need this. Alright, back to base. Alright, so I told you guys, you know, don't use open flames outside at night. Also, don't use it in your hut either. Look how that's glowing. Especially if you're close to the coast. Man, somebody's going to see that from far away. You know, especially somebody flying over. You're an easy target to them, you know. So at night, just rock the night out without no fire. You know, if you're cooking something, if your furnace is cooking something, just, you know, shut it down. See that? I mean, the sun's almost out again, but you get what I'm saying. So let's talk engrams here. There's a few of them that you need for sure. Obviously, your stone hatchet, your sleeping bags. You might want to, you know, your armor. I've gone, you know, a few levels past, you know, even up to the teens without any of this cloth armor stuff. I only unlocked it later on when I needed to get the flak. Just because, you know, you run into other people that have the cloth armor. You throw a bowler at their legs, and then whatever they got is yours. So speaking of bowler, you need that bowler. Bow and arrows are a must. Mortar and pestle, definite. Narcotic is a must. You're gonna need the slingshot only because you need to unlock it for the bow. Spark powder, you need that later on. Actually, you need a spyglass. Because it'll show you what levels they are from a distance. Also, it'll show you another player's level from a distance. And then plus you can see what he's wearing. Not to mention the fact that if you're going to raid his base, you can take a good look at what he's got going on. Yeah, I think those are the basics. Gunpowder, obviously, you're gonna need for bullets and guns. I always get the wooden raft because I like to travel. I like to make myself a wooden raft, make myself a wooden raft base. I have another video where I showed off some of my bases that I made, raft bases. Uh, Wooden raft bases are simple. Put the wooden raft, throw some foundations on it, some walls, a ceiling, and you got yourself a base. You can do it with wood, but my suggestion to you is if you're going to make it out of wood, don't stop playing until you can convert everything to stone. Just because that's an easy target. Somebody's going to throw grenades and just blow it up. I mean, I use grenades to blow up stone walls sometimes. Right? Let's see. Preserving bin is a must. Oh, not to mention the fact that you need the cooking pot for sure, because you want to make kibble. It just makes it easier to train. So, for instance, if I get dodo eggs, right? I forgot the recipe exactly, but you need dodo eggs to make the kibble to quick tame pterodon, which is the flying dino. The first one you're gonna unlock, which is, I can't remember what level you unlock it at, but it's a pretty low level. Speaking of flying dinos, you want to unlock the parachute as soon as you get it. Make a couple parachutes. Keep it in your hot bar if you have it out like this. Some people like it so it comes from the side or whatever. But you want to have parachutes because as you're running around, another player that has a bird is going to see you. They're going to pick you up, fly you up high, let you go, and let you hit the ground. They're going to take all your stuff. At least if you have a parachute, you got a fighting chance, right? What else we got here? You definitely want the water skin, obviously, because you don't want to just keep by water constantly, especially if you're going to diving into the caves. What else you need? Some of this stuff is arbitrary, like you don't necessarily need it, but you're going to want it. Like you're going to have to unlock the hide pants if you want the flak later on, right? Especially if you used up all your engrams, right? So you want to, probably unlock it early. I mean, these are great as the game goes on. I usually skip over this stuff until later on in the game. Again, I look for somebody that has a torch out at night, because that's an easy target for me. I could just bullet him, he won't even notice me. Hit him with a couple trank arrows. All his stuff is mine, right? Sometimes I might set a trap. So a lot of this stuff you get at the beginning are simple to get if you loot people. What else we got? You definitely want the metal pickaxe and the metal hatchet. Everything on level 20 you want. All that stuff. You need all that stuff to progress further into the game, especially a smithy. The metal pickaxe and the metal hatchet are great because you get more of an item, whatever you use it on. So if I use the hatchet on a stone, if I have a stone hatchet, I'll get 1 or 2 stones out of it. But if I use a metal hatchet, I'll get 6 or 7 pieces of stone out of it, right? Same thing goes with the metal pickaxe, especially when it comes to farming iron, right? Metal. You get a lot more of it, right? So earlier I went to a cave and I was mining some crystals. If I would have had a metal pickaxe, I would have got way more crystals out of that. Trank arrows are a must, right? I'm not up to the level yet, but a crossbow you're going to want to get for sure. Especially later on, you're going to get grappling hooks that go great with the crossbow, especially when you're raiding somebody. I think I have some video up. I'll throw it up there right now of just a few raids. Alright. So, as you get up there in level, as you get to level 24, is it? You're going to see that you unlock the stone structures. I highly recommend that you unlock those, because you're going to want to fortify your base a little bit more than what you got going on here. So let's say my base is made out of wood and I want to upgrade it to stone. You don't need to break the wood first. You can just place it right on it. It won't destroy your old base. You know, as you can see, it's in there. In there, so you can see. See, it just took the spot. Let's see, place. See that? Okay. Oh, wait. Just be careful of where to put it. Why am I so heavy? Oh, that's right. I'm in the rest of this crap. So, see, look at that. Nice portion of the base is stone now. You know, just go out there and keep farming more materials, and then you can finish upgrading your base. Right? Alright guys, those are some of the do's and do nots in Ark Mobile before level 25. Some of the tips and tricks that I got for you guys. If you guys like what I'm doing here, give me a thumbs up, a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. But really what I want to hear from you guys. If you guys have any suggestions or ideas that you want to see in future videos, or if there's anything you guys want me to do in a future video, just let me know. Hit me up in the comments or on Reddit. And that's it. Peace.